Hey guys, it's Harry the Red Bagnall Engine here, and welcome back to another retrospective video. And today we are going to be doing a retrospective on Postman Pat. Yep, that is what we are going to be looking at today. Now, just before I get into this retrospective, I would just like to say to any of you who don't like this show, I will respect your opinion, but as long as you respect mine in return. But without further ado, let's get right into it, shall we?
Postman Pat, Postman Pat, Postman Pat, and his black and white cat. Early in the morning, just as day is dawning, he picks up all the post bags in his van. Postman Pat, Postman Pat, Postman Pat, and his black and white cat. All the birds are singing, and the day is just beginning. Pat feels he's a really happy man. Everybody knows his bright red van. All his friends will smile as he waves to greet them. Maybe you can never be sure. There'll be knock, ring, letters through your door. Postman Pat, Postman Pat, Postman Pat, and his black and white cat. All the birds are singing, and the day is just beginning. Pat feels he's a really happy man. Pat feels he's a really happy man. Pat feels he's a really happy man.
Postman Pat is a children's stop-motion animated TV series which aired its first episode on the 16th of September 1981 and aired its final episode on the 29th of March 2017. The series ran for 8 seasons, and at the time of recording this video, a 9th season has not been greenlit. And also, a little off topic, but did you guys know that Postman Pat Series 3 to 5 is actually airing on ITV Little B? No, I'm not kidding guys. After many years, the show is finally airing on TV again, which is, in my opinion, fantastic. The series follows the adventures of a postman named Pat, who goes about his everyday life delivering letters and packages round his fictional village of Greendale, and sometimes getting into a few scrapes. The show proved to be very popular with kids and grown-ups alike, but unlike shows like Thomas or Bob the Builder, Postman Pat have never actually had a US dub. No, I'm not even joking guys, the show has never ever had a US dub, which nowadays is quite surprising. But even without a US dub, the voices in the show are really good to listen to, especially when you find out many years later that Ken Barry, yes, who's the singer by the way, was the one who actually did all the voices, including the females. And honestly, I find his voices really good to listen to. And now I'm going to play you guys a few clips of some of Ken's voices. The difference in them is amazing.
Good morning, Pat called. Morning, Pat, said Mrs. Goggins. Looks like a busy day for you, lots of letters and parcels. Well, at least it's a nice day for it.
Just leave 'em on the table. Dorothy's away feeding the chickens.
As my hens have stolen your sandwiches, you'd better come and have some dinner with me. There's plenty to spare.
So yeah, Ken Barry doing all the voices was definitely one of the best things in the entire show in my opinion. But anyway, we are now getting to the part of the video where I'm going to talk about the things that I like about the show and any things that I don't like about the show, which I'm going to go over right now. One thing that I really like about Postman Pat is the music that you hear throughout the first 2 seasons. I seriously love the music in seasons 1 and 2. It is so amazing to listen to. It kind of reminds me of the music that you hear in like the first 5 seasons of Thomas. Another thing that I really like about Postman Pat is the animation. Sure, it's definitely not aged the best, and it definitely could have been improved in some areas, but the animation in the show is still really good. And also guys, just going off topic again real quickly, but did you also know that Postman Pat actually had a movie in 2014? I know you're all going to be surprised, why didn't I mention this at the start? It's just, well, I kind of forgot to mention it. And while I like the animation in the movie, the animation at the same time, it doesn't really suit the series. But that's just my opinion, and you guys are welcome to disagree with me. But while I have a lot of good things to talk about the show, there is one thing about the show that I don't really like and don't really get. And this might actually sound basic and simple to you guys. It's actually the designs of the characters. What do I mean by this exactly? Well, notice how a lot of characters like, Pat, Ted Glenn, Farmer Alf, notice how they all have big noses? Yeah, I don't get why a lot of the characters have big noses in the show. Why is that? I guess we'll never know. But that is just one thing that just really kind of creeps me out sometimes. But if you guys don't mind the big noses in Postman Pat, that's absolutely fine. But aside from that one nitpick, I really enjoy Postman Pat as a show, and it is definitely one of my most favourite shows to watch, along with, Thomas or Brum. Alright then guys, that brings us to the end of another retrospective video. Sorry if this one is a little shorter than the ones I've usually done. It's just while I really enjoyed Postman Pat as a show, there wasn't really that much that I wanted to talk about. And also, please excuse any ruffling noises in this. I'm not exactly sure how that happened. And also, sorry if anything I said in this video didn't make much sense either. It's just sometimes I have trouble getting my words out properly. But apart from that, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. And if you are new to the channel, hit that subscribe button down below and turn on the notification bell where you will receive all notifications. But for now, this is Harry, the Red Bagnall Engine, signing off. Peace out everyone. Peace out.